He rescued one alien girl from a life of slavery. That night, hundreds called him their father. The desert winds of Calvos screamed across the barren plains, carrying the scent of ash and iron. Yerrick pulled his hood tighter and adjusted the plasma rifle on his back. He hadn't come to this forsaken colony seeking conflict. He only wanted peace, the kind that dulled the echoes of a war he could never escape. But trouble always had a way of finding him. He first saw her in the market square, a child, barely 12 cycles old. Her skin shimmered like pale blue glass under the sun. Chains rattled around her wrists and ankles as a trader dragged her toward the auction block. Her eyes were wide, terrified, flicking through the crowd like a trapped animal. The trader shouted to the colonists, "Pure blood Valari. Strong build. Perfect for labor or pleasure. Bidding starts at 200 credits." The crowd murmured, some smirked, others calculated what they could spare. Yerrick felt his stomach twist. He had seen this before, seen children sold on war fronts, their futures stripped away before they began. He should have walked away. But instead, he stepped forward. "Let her go." The trader frowned. "You buying, stranger? Otherwise, shut your mouth." "I said, let her go." Yerrick's voice was low, cold, and sharp. His hand rested on his rifle. The trader sneered. "1 man against 20? You'll be dead." He never finished. Yerrick's fist cracked his jaw, sending blood and teeth flying. Chaos erupted. The crowd scattered as Yerrick fired a warning shot into the air. Slavers reached for their weapons, but he was faster. 3 dropped before the rest fled into the alleys. The girls stared, trembling. Yerrick knelt and cut her chains with his combat knife. "You're free now," he said gently. Her lips quivered. "Free," she echoed in broken trade tongue. "No master?" "No master," Yerrick confirmed. He offered his hand. She hesitated, then placed her cold fingers in his. Her name, he learned later, was Soraya. They reached his hideout by nightfall, an old, sand-buried barracks on the desert's edge. Soraya spoke little, huddled near the fire, like she feared the dark itself. Yerrick cooked a simple stew and handed her a bowl. She ate fast, hungrily. When she finally looked up, her voice was soft.
"Why?
Why did you save me?" Yerrick stared into the flames. Faces from his past flickered there, children he couldn't save, villages burned because he obeyed orders. His chest tightened. "Because someone should have," he whispered. She studied him quietly, then murmured one word, "Father." It pierced deeper than any blade. He wanted to correct her but stopped. Maybe she needed to believe that. "Rest now," he said. "You're safe here." That night, long after she'd fallen asleep, Yerrick heard footsteps outside. He gripped his rifle and stepped into the doorway. What he saw froze him. Dozens of small figures stood in the sand, blue-skinned, frail, their eyes glowing faintly in the moonlight. Children, chained, scarred, exhausted. One boy stepped forward, his voice trembling. "She told us you saved her. She said you are father."
He bowed.
"Will you be ours too?" Yerrick's throat tightened. Behind the boy, shadows moved, more children. Dozens. Hundreds. He should have felt crushed.
He was just one man.
But when he glanced back at Soraya sleeping peacefully for the first time, something inside him shifted. He lowered his rifle and nodded. "Come inside." By dawn, the barracks echoed with voices, laughter, and the smell of cooking food. Yerrick rationed his supplies, teaching the older ones to guard the walls, to watch for slavers. The younger ones learned to build fires, to clean wounds. Soraya stayed close, smiling brighter each hour. That night, under a sky filled with endless stars, the children gathered around him. One by one, they pressed small hands against his chest and whispered, "Father." Hundreds of voices, fragile but full of strength, rose together. For the first time in years, Yerrick felt something stir within his battle-hardened heart. Not guilt, not sorrow.
Hope.
He looked at them, the lost, the broken, the abandoned, and made a silent vow. He had saved one alien girl from slavery. Now he would protect them all. And if the slavers ever came again, They wouldn't find helpless children. They'd find a family. They'd find him, their father. That night, beneath the vast black desert sky, Yerrick sat among them. The children huddled close, their laughter echoing against the stone walls. Soraya clung to his arm, afraid he might disappear. They were scarred, hungry, tired, but no longer afraid. A limping boy whispered, "Father." A small girl echoed it, voice soft as ash. Then, like a rising tide, the word spread, until the night trembled with hundreds of voices. Father, father, father. Yerrick closed his eyes. For years he'd carried only ghosts, the screams, the orders, the lives he couldn't save. He had come to Calvo's to bury himself in silence. Instead, he had found a family. When he opened his eyes, he saw not orphans or slaves, but a beginning. Children who would learn to fight, to build, to live free. He stood, raising his rifle to the firelight. His voice rang steady, iron-bound. "No one will take you again. As long as I breathe, you are mine. My children, my family." The desert wind howled outside, but inside the barracks a new sound rose. Cheers, laughter, and hope unbroken. He had saved one alien girl. That night, hundreds called him their father. And he swore he would never fail them again.